Darkness hung over Earth's night sky, but it was not empty. Far above, in the quiet black, strange shapes moved silent and slow. Satellites blinked out one by one, their signals fading. Something was coming at the Global Defense Center. Alarms shattered the silence. Screens flashed red warnings. Soldiers and scientists scrambled to their stations. Dr. Maya Collins stared at the main monitor, eyes wide. The data was confusing. An unknown fleet was approaching Earth's orbit. It wasn't any known alien race. It wasn't a meteor storm. It was something else. Something new. Status report. General Harris barked, pacing behind her. The ships are shielded, Maya said. Our weapons don't penetrate their defenses. They seem to be studying us. Outside the window, the city lights of New York flickered. Power grids were failing. Panic was rising below. The United Nations emergency. Council met immediately. Voices clashed, but one decision was clear. Earth needed help. They sent out a call to allied planet soldiers, reinforcements, anyone who could help defend humanity. Days passed with no reply. Then, just when hope was thin, strange ships appeared on the horizon. The sky lit with bright trails. Not the sleek fighters Earth expected. These ships were large, crude, and intimidating. From their hulls emerged figures tall, muscular, covered in armor that looked like bone and metal fused together. Their eyes glowed with a strange red light. They did not speak the human language. They did not smile. "Who are they?" whispered Lieutenant Reyes. "They answer the call," Maya said. "But I don't think they're what we asked for." The Death Worlders had arrived. The strange figures moved through the landing zone with quiet steps. They were not like any soldiers Earth had ever seen. Their skin was tough like stone, but their eyes burned bright like fire. Some carried weapons that looked alive, pulsing with strange energy. At first, humans watched with fear. Soldiers raised their guns, ready for a fight, but the Death Worlders made no move to attack. Commander James Reed stepped forward. His voice was firm but cautious. "Identify yourselves. You friend or foe?" One of the Death Worlders stepped. Ahead, his voice was deep and rough, but somehow clear in English. "We come because you called. We're Death Worlders from the planet Karos. We fight to survive. We fight to protect." The room fell silent. No one had expected this. The name Death Worlders had traveled in whispers, feared legends of warriors who lived only to fight and conquer. Now, here they were in the flesh. Dr. Maya Collins approached, studying their armor and weapons. "Why did you answer our call?" "We asked for help, but not from this." A Death Worlder's eyes narrowed. "Help is help. You wanted soldiers? We are the closest." The humans exchanged worried looks. "Can they be trusted, Lieutenant?" Reyes whispered to Maya. "I don't know," Maya replied, "but we don't have a choice." Suddenly, the alien ships above crackled. The unknown enemy was closer than anyone thought. The Death Worlders prepared for war, not for Earth's enemies, but maybe for humans themselves. The sky above Earth burned with strange lights. Cities trembled as unknown weapons struck without warning. People ran in fear, unsure if this was the end of their world. Inside the command bunker, tension was thick. The human leaders and the Death Worlders faced the harsh truth together. This was no ordinary attack. General Harris slammed his fist on the table. "What are they? What do they want?" A holographic image appeared above the tabula. Massive alien fleet. Unlike anything humanity had seen, the ships were jagged, dark, and moved with unnatural speed. Dr. Maya Collins studied the data carefully. They are not here to negotiate. They want to take Earth's resources, our water, minerals, everything. And us, they want to enslave humans as workers. Commander Reed's face hardened. "We cannot let that happen," the Death Worlder leader, who called himself Karos, stepped forward. His red eyes gleamed. "We have fought such invaders before. They destroy planets, consume life, but why help us?" I asked. Karos's voice was cold. "We do not help out of kindness. We help because if they win, no world will be safe, including ours." Suddenly, the base shook. An explosion rocked the outer walls. The alien forces had begun a full assault. Outside, the Death Worlders stood firm. their strange weapons humming with power. Humans watched both in awe and fear. "Can they fight with us?" Lieutenant Reyes whispered. "They can," Maya replied, "but they fight by their own rules. We must be careful."
Oh.
Inside the enemy ships, commanders laughed cruelly. "We'll fall quickly. The Death Worlders are savage. They may kill the humans themselves before the fight ends." Back at Base 9, the uneasy Alliance prepared for battle. But no one knew if the Death Worlders were truly saviors, or a greater danger in disguise. The days after the first attack were some of the darkest Earth had ever known. The alien invaders showed no mercy. Cities burned and millions fled in panic. Yet, amid this chaos, a strange alliance began to form between humans and the Death Worlders. Inside the ruined command center, General Harris paced like a caged lion.
Oh.
"We need a plan. The aliens will strike again soon, and we're barely holding." Dr. Maya Collins turned to the Death Worlder leader, Karos. "You've fought wars we can barely imagine. What do you suggest?" Karos's red eyes burned with quiet intensity. "The invaders rely on fear and technology. We rely on strength and survival. Together, we must learn from each other." Commander Reed looked uneasy, but nodded. "We can't afford to fight among ourselves. For now." A small team was formed, humans and Death Worlders together working side by side. At first, it was hard. The Death Worlders spoke little, their manner cold and distant. Humans mistrusted their savage ways. But as days passed, small moments of understanding grew. One night, Maya watched Karos training young soldiers. Powerful and precise. "How do you survive so long on your planet?" she asked quietly. He didn't look at her. "Only the strong live. We fight through pain, through hunger, through death itself. Weakness is forgotten." Maya felt a chill. These were not just warriors. They were born killers. But their strength was undeniable. The team planned a counterattack on the alien supply lines. The humans brought technology and strategy. The Death Worlders brought raw power and fearlessness. The battle was brutal. Explosions lit the dark skies. With the thunder of weapons, humans saw the Death Worlders fight like demons, relentless and savage. They did not hesitate to kill without mercy, but the humans fought with careful precision, using every advantage technology could offer. Together, they succeeded in destroying an alien supply ship. The victory was small, but it sparked hope. Yet, not all were happy. Some humans whispered fears of the Death Worlders' real motives, and some Death Worlders whispered dark warnings of what awaited if they failed. Trust was fragile. Betrayal lurked just beneath the surface. The moon hung low over the battlefield as the combined forces of humans and Death Worlders prepared for their next move. The air was thick with tension. Every soldier knew this fight could decide the fate of Earth. Commander Reed stood beside Karos, watching as Death Worlders charged their weapons. The strange energy that hummed from their gear wasn't like anything humans had seen. "They say their power comes from their planet itself," Reed said quietly. Maya nodded, her eyes scanning the readings. On her tablet, it's true. The Death Worlders can tap into a strange energy field, something like Earth's magnetic field, but far stronger and more dangerous. Karos glanced at her. "We call it the Bloodstone energy. It gives us strength, speed, the power to resist wounds that would kill others." "Can you teach us?" Reed asked. "We need every advantage." Karos's eyes narrowed. "It is not a gift. It is a curse. Only those who survive the harshest trials can control it. Many who try lose themselves." Night fell, and the Death Worlders gathered around a glowing red stone embedded in the ground, their source of power. One by one, they reached out, channeling the energy into themselves. Their bodies shone with a fierce red light. Suddenly, a massive explosion tore through the sky. Alien ships appeared overhead, launching missiles toward the base. The humans scrambled to defend. The Death Worlders charged into battle, their bodies glowing like living fire. The fight was unlike anything anyone had seen. Deathworlders moved with speed that blurred their forms. Bullets bounced off their skin. Their weapons sliced through alien armor like paper. The humans fought bravely alongside them. But the aliens' numbers were overwhelming, just when it seemed the battle might be lost. Karos roared a challenge that echoed over the war zone. The energy of the Bloodstone, he unleashed a shockwave that knocked the alien forces back, buying precious time. But as the dust settled, Reed looked at Karos with concern. This power, it's dangerous. How long can you hold it? Karos's red eyes flickered with pain. Not long. It burns from within. Reed swallowed. Then we must win before it consumes you. The war had turned fierce, and the secret power of the Deathworlders had given Earth a fighting chance. But at what cost? The days after the fierce battle were quieter, but the tension inside the base grew heavier than ever. The Deathworlders' strange power had turned the tide. But it came with a dark price. Commander Reed noticed the change first. Some Deathworlders no longer looked like allies. They seemed restless, angry, even dangerous. Their glowing eyes sometimes flickered with something darker than before. One night, Reed found Karos standing alone in the shadows, his face grim. "What's happening to your people?" Reed asked quietly. Karos didn't answer at first. Then he spoke with a heavy voice. "The Bloodstone energy is a gift and a poison. It feeds on rage and pain. It awakens old demons." Reed frowned. "Demons?" Karos's eyes burned redder. "We carry the scars of war generations of violence. The energy amplifies our fury. Some cannot control it. They become lost in madness." Meanwhile, Dr. Maya Collins studied data that made her blood run cold. Sensors showed strange brainwave patterns in the Deathworld are signs of mental instability. Worse, some were broadcasting dark signals, something manipulating their minds. "It's the aliens," she told Reed. "They're using some kind of psychic weapon trying to turn the Deathworlders against us." Reed's jaw clenched. "If they succeed, we lose everything." The base went on high alert. Deathworlders were monitored closely, but trust was breaking fast. Small fights erupted between humans and Deathworlders. Whispers of betrayal and fear spread like wildfire one morning. Reed was called to the command center. "Lieutenant Reyes reports missing patrols," the officer said grimly. "Some Deathworlders vanished overnight." Reed's heart sank. Could they have turned? Ordered a search, but the missing Deathworlders left no trace. Karos gathered his remaining loyal warriors. "We must act before the darkness consumes us all." A plan was made to find the lost Deathworlders before they become weapons of the enemy. But the deeper they searched, the more they realized the threat was not just outside, it was inside. The war had reached a tipping point. The alien overlord's massive fleet was closing fast, ready to crush the last defenses of Earth and its uneasy allies. Cities lay in ruins. Hope was thin. Inside the battered command center, Commander Reed stood before the combined leaders of humans and Deathworlders. The room was thick with tension and exhaustion. "The alien fleet will arrive in less than 48 hours, Reed said, his voice steady but grim. "We must strike first. We have one chance to end this." Karos stepped forward, his red eyes blazing. "Our people will fight, but the power of the Bloodstone cannot be used lightly. It will burn us from within." Dr. Maya Collins placed a hand on the table, her voice calm. "We need a plan that uses both technology and Deathworlder strength. They are fierce but unpredictable." The plan was risky. Humans would use their advanced weapons to draw the enemy in, while Deathworlders would use their Bloodstone energy. In a final, massive strike to break the alien fleet's command ship, as the battle began, the sky lit with fire. Ships darted through the clouds, lasers cutting through the darkness. Explosions shook the earth. Deathworlders charged into the fray, their glowing forms like living flames. They fought with savage power, breaking enemy lines again and again, but the energy took its toll. Some warriors collapsed, their bodies burning from the inside out. Still, they pushed forward. Commander Reed watched as Karos led the charge toward the alien command ship. The ground shook under their feet. Inside the alien command ship, the Overlord watched with fury. Destroy them all. Karos reached the core of the ship, the bloodstone energy raging through him. With a roar, he unleashed a blast that shattered the alien command center. The fleet began to falter. Alien ships turned and fled into the darkness. Victory seemed within reach, but the cost was terrible. Many Deathworlders had fallen. Karos himself was badly wounded, his power nearly spent. Red approached him. You saved us all, but at what cost? Karos looked at the burning sky. Hey, this war is not over. Darkness still waits. As the sun rose over the shattered world, humans and Deathworlders alike knew the fight for Earth had only just begun. The battle was over. Silence fell across the scarred lands. The alien fleet had retreated, broken and beaten. But Earth was changed forever. Commander Reed walked through the ruined city, side by side with Karos. The Deathworlder leader moved slower now, his glowing eyes dimmed but still fierce. We won, Reed said softly. But I don't know if we truly survived. Karos nodded. We fought monsters and became monsters ourselves. The Bloodstone power saved us, but it carries a price. Many of my people are lost to it. Dr. Maya Collins joined them, holding a small device. We've begun studying the Bloodstone energy. It may hold the key to rebuilding, if we can control it. Reed looked out at the horizon, where the first rays of sunlight broke through the smoke. What now? Karos's voice was steady. Now we rebuild. We learn from each other. We prepare for whatever darkness may come next. For the first time in months, there was hope, but deep beneath the surface. A faint pulse of dark energy stirred the war was over, but the real battle had only just begun.